Hello and welcome to another Access You TV episode. My name's Michelle Edhouse and I'm out here in the wind, so I apologise if the sound quality isn't great. And today I want to ask you a question on that. Today's question is anything bugging you? Now what that means is there anything that's been jumping up and down on your head going, don't forget to do me. Oh, you haven't done me yet. Oh, you're supposed to have done me now. Hurry up, come on, you're supposed to have done me. Oh, you'll get in trouble if you haven't done me. If so, here's a different point of view. What I would suggest is to ask a question. Again, odd that. You may or may not have noticed by my videos that Access Consciousness is about using question to empower you to know what you know and that you know. So the question I use when this is happening is this mine? So is the jumping up and down on my head going, is that even mine? Yes or no? Okay. If it's not mine, I return it to sender and then I ask the job, project, the whatever it is. So if I do you today, what will that create? If I don't do you today, what will that create? And I go with the lighter one. Now as normal, if you've been watching my channel for a while, what's light is right for you and what's heavy is a lie for you. So if you're to ask a question like, if I do you today, what will that create? If I don't do you today, what will that create? You'll get an awareness about what your life will be like if you choose that or if you don't choose it. So first of all, is the light and heavy, is the net yours? If it isn't, return to sender. If it is, then cool. So what will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this today? What will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose this today? Now, there's been a whole heap of things recently that have been going at me. And when they're doing that, they're taking up mind space. They're taking up being space. And so when you actually are willing to stop and ask those questions, you get the awareness of, oh, okay, yeah, it's really light to do that today. Cool. And so you get on it and you get it done, and that net goes away. And so you get to create more space in your world. Now, if it's someone else's and it's not light to do it, then perhaps you need to ask some more questions. Is this project even wanting to be done by me? If it's not, who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to, where do I need to get information from? Who could I employ to add, who could I add to my business to do this job? What's required here? What have I been unwilling to perceive, know, be and receive, that if I was willing to perceive, know, be and receive it, would give me ease and clarity with this? So there's lots and lots of questions in this video, and you know what? If you start asking these sorts of questions, you'll stop having the ones that are going net at you for weeks and weeks and weeks. You'll get more things done, and the things that aren't even yours to be done won't bug you. You'll find somebody else to do them. You'll realize that somebody else has already done them, or there's something, you know, I had an email in my inbox and it had come in and I'd looked at it. All I'd done is looked at who it was from and the conversation, knew the conversation we'd been having in that series of emails. I was like, oh, that's going to take me a couple of hours to deal with. And I don't have a couple of hours right now. So I put it on the back burner and I put it on the back burner. And then 2 days later, I suddenly went, I have to look at this email. And I hadn't, the first time it had come in, I hadn't asked any questions. Ding dong! When I suddenly I got the awareness because it was nagging at me. Do I need to do anything about this? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. So I opened the email and the person was asking a simple question. Once they had that piece of information, they could then go away and create what it was that was then going to take me a couple of hours to deal with. But while they were waiting for that, they couldn't get on and create that. So what's nagging at you that actually will only take a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, or a lot less time than you thought it would take to deal with? And are you willing to talk to the projects? The projects actually do have an energy of their own. The emails have an energy of their own. And if you're willing to ask them questions, you'll get the awareness of what's required. Just like that particular project. I was planning for it for another 3 days before I even looked at the email. But because I asked the question, because it was nagging in my background, I got the awareness to actually open the email. When I opened the email, ta-da, it wasn't going to take 2 hours. It only took 10 seconds to respond. She got the information and the whole project's moving forward. So what questions can you be asking at those nagging things? What questions can create more ease, joy and glory in your life? So thanks for joining me here at Access You TV. And how much more fun, how much more ease and how much more joy can you have with those nagging projects? Thanks.